Hi everyone, it's Eugene, and today I wanted to kind of take a different twist on some of the topics we talk about. Interestingly enough, I know how hard a lot of our clients work, all the business owners who spend countless hours working on their business, in their business, on just about, it's your life to some extent. And I wanted to bring in the most positive person in our office. This is Ryan, everybody.
Hi guys,
I really wanted to spend some time talking with you about mindset. I know
Sure.
you're a huge student of some of the top some of the top mentors out there in the world on leadership, on passion, and I think it all starts with kind of having the mindset of a successful individual. So maybe give us a quick short course primer on some of the things that an average person should bring into their day if they're working as hard as some of our business owner clients do.
Sure. One of the things that one of my mentors told me as I was growing up and working on a lot of different projects was, when you go to work and you like what you do, you're not going to work. So really it's more about the passion. It's like, what are you creating for yourself? How are you showing up? How are you communicating, not just with the people around you, but with yourself? A lot of the times the self-talk and the images that we carry around in our own mind, our own hearts, our thoughts, everything that we create, it comes from in here, and then it's gonna be projected out to everybody else. So we have a positive impact as far as the energy that we feel, that we create, people we come into contact with. It's really just kind of about creating that positive energy and that positive workspace and being able to go a space in your mind anytime, all the time, to just kind of create that flow type state.
Well, and as I hear you talk about positivity as in a workspace, a lot of the clients, a lot of our audience, that they're leaders. They're leaders in their organization. So how do you keep from being a negative leader, and what's the right leadership philosophy in your mind?
Feedback. Asking your clients, asking your employees for feedback. A lot of the times when people are very entrepreneurial, very strong, and very dominant in their field and they're leaders, they tend to think that they are doing a lot of things right. Because
they're on an island.
Yeah, they put a lot of time, they put a lot of effort in everything that they do. They read the books, they've gone to the seminars, they've shown up. But one of the things that I've realized a lot lately is getting the feedback from the people around you. You may hear something and it may be so minor, so far off from the way you think that you're showing up, but it will change everything. And I can tell you guys a quick story about that. I heard a story about one of my mentors. He was talking about his grandfather, who was just an amazing, busy person, and he actually got sick and he really couldn't do much anymore. And one day he was talking with his son, and he said, I really wish I was stuck in traffic. And he goes, why do you want to be stuck in traffic? He goes, well, because when I was stuck in traffic, it meant that I was doing something and I was going somewhere. So it kind of just gives you an idea, puts things in perspective, is just what you may be missing out on as far as just your thought process and how you're showing up.
Ryan, that's a really interesting story, and I think that
Sure.
From a feedback perspective, it's really important to hear what people are saying to you, about you, and not take any of that stuff personally.
Right.
The other part too that I think that a lot of people ask me questions about, and I know that oftentimes I come to you for counsel, is motivation. How do you keep employees motivated? How do you keep people going even when the going gets tough?
Sure. Motivation, again, it's something that's going to be an internal drive, and a lot of external factors may influence that, but it's really being able to build from the base, finding a solid base and building from the ground up, and kind of reaching or spreading your wings out from there. So one of the things that I've found to help motivate people is obviously, everybody knows about incentives and, acknowledging people, but a lot of the times when you have an employee and they do a good job, sometimes it may be taken for granted. Maybe that person is not acknowledged. So with any conversation, when I talk to somebody, I always try to focus on 3 focal points, 3 positive attributes about that person. Maybe it's their physical appearance, maybe it's their energy, maybe it's work that they created. But I start off every conversation around that. And rather than telling my employees, hey, here's what you could improve on, or, you didn't do this right, I would do this, I always say, that was an excellent job. You did this so very well. And I really, again, kind of harp on giving them some positive praise, positive feedback. And I say, but what would really take you over the top? If you were to add these couple of things and maybe just, come off this way and tweak this, oh my gosh, that'd be so powerful. And just keep on lifting them up. So you're giving them positive feedback, you're being constructive, but you're not destructing or tearing them down. You're just consistently and positively keep building them up. which is really going to take them to that next step.
Yeah, and I know people love working for you, and part of it is this passion that you exude. I mean, I know our audience could kind of tell, like, it's like, and believe me, like, this guy is like this every single day, like, all the time. I think this has been a great video. Anyone who's got questions, comments, suggestions, ideas, or requests for future videos, feel free to give us to send us an email or leave some comments below, and we'll see you in future videos.